The question here is, why is it that people have such a painfully difficult time getting along with other people who don't share their beliefs about the nature of reality? And in fact, if you go back and look at human history, it's really not a pretty picture. I think a case could be made that it's been one long sequence of genocidal atrocities juxtaposed with the brutal subjugation of designated in-house inferiors. And there's no evidence that has changed recently. And so the question is, why? Why can't we get along with people who don't salute the same flag, don't worship the same God, don't sing the same songs, or wear the same clothes? And Becker's response, and actually it's more complex than I'll have time to present this evening, but in short, what he asks us to consider momentarily is, let's assume he says that his argument is correct, that our beliefs about reality serve to reduce death anxiety. Well, the point that he makes then is, to the extent that that's true, then the mere existence of other human beings who do not share those beliefs is fundamentally threatening. Because if you accept the validity of an alternative conception of reality, you do so necessarily by undermining the confidence with which you subscribe to your own views. And when you do that, you literally eradicate the anxiety buffering properties of those particular beliefs. And so the point that he tries to get us to think about is that the mere existence of people who are different really threatens us, because it presents the possibility that our beliefs might be wrong. So if I believe that God created the earth in 6 days before taking a well-deserved break, and then I run into the people of the Borneo in the South Pacific, and they believe that the earth was gestated out of a giant coconut, well, if they're right, then I've got to be wrong. And so, well, what do we do when we run into people who are different? Well, the first thing that we generally do is to denounce or denigrate them. Well, okay, I believe God created the earth in 6 days. The Borneo think otherwise, but they're ignorant savages that are wearing grass skirts, living in tents, worshiping piles of sticks and mud. And of course, therefore, I'm being silly, by the way, they're not privy to our beliefs. I'm being silly, but there's an important point here, and that is, when you diminish the humanity of someone who adheres to different beliefs, it makes it much easier to retain confidence in your own. And while you're doing that, we generally try to get other people to change their beliefs and adopt ours instead. And if that doesn't work, just kill those poor bastards, thus proving that your beliefs are more potent after all. My God is better than your God, and we will kick your ass to prove it. And the point that Ernest Becker makes in Escape from Evil is that this may be one of the, certainly not the only, but one of the main reasons why we can't get along with people who are different, because it is very difficult to abandon our allegiance to our own death-denying beliefs.